You don't lose power when people walk away from you. You lose power when you're afraid to walk away from them. That's the truth most people never accept. You stay in conversations that drain you. You stay in relationships that disrespect you. You stay in situations that slowly destroy your peace. Not because you're weak, because you're afraid of losing people. But here's what most people don't realize. The moment you become afraid to lose someone, you lose your power with them. And they feel it. They feel it in the way you tolerate things you shouldn't. They feel it in the way you keep explaining yourself. They feel it in the way you stay, even when you're not valued. Power shifts silently, not through arguments, not through fights, through emotional dependence. This is where everything starts to change. The moment you understand one brutal truth, walking away is not weakness. It's the highest form of self-respect. You already know this feeling. That moment when someone disrespects you and you say nothing. That moment when someone ignores your effort and you keep giving. That moment when someone shows you exactly how little you matter and you stay anyway. It eats you from inside. Not because they hurt you, because you betrayed yourself. And that inner betrayal slowly destroys confidence. You start questioning your worth, your standards, your boundaries, all because you didn't walk away when you should have. But here's what most people don't realize. Every time you stay where you're not respected, you silently train people to respect you less. Not intentionally, psychologically. People treat you based on what you tolerate. If you tolerate disrespect, they assume you accept it. If you tolerate being ignored, they assume you'll always be there. If you tolerate being used, they assume you have no boundaries. And once that pattern forms, respect disappears. Not because people are evil, because human nature values strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote something powerful. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Most people misunderstand this. They think power comes from controlling others. It doesn't. Real power comes from controlling your presence, your reactions, your availability. And nothing demonstrates that control more than the ability to walk away. But here's what most people don't realize. Walking away doesn't just change how others see you. It changes how you see yourself. The moment you walk away from disrespect, your self-respect rises. The moment you walk away from manipulation, your clarity sharpens. The moment you walk away from being undervalued, your confidence returns, because you stop betraying yourself. And that inner alignment is real power. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Many people stay in bad situations not because they're loyal, but because they're afraid of being alone. They tolerate nonsense, ignore red flags, accept half effort, just to avoid loneliness. But here's the harsh truth. Loneliness is peaceful compared to fake connection. Fake respect, fake loyalty, fake concern. It drains you slowly. You feel alone even when surrounded by people. You feel unseen, unheard, unvalued, and the worst part, you know it, but you stay anyway. This is where everything changes. The moment you realize walking away doesn't create loneliness. It reveals who was never truly there. Think about it. Stop texting first. Stop calling first. Stop initiating. Watch what happens. Some connections will disappear instantly. Not because you did something wrong, because you were the only one holding them together. And that realization hurts. But it also frees you, because now you see clearly. Not everyone in your life values you. Some only value what you provide. Your attention, your support, your availability. Remove those and watch who remains. But here's what most people don't realize. The ability to walk away is rare. Most people can't do it. They overthink, they explain, they chase closure, they try to fix everything. Strong people observe and adjust. They don't argue for respect. They move where respect exists. They don't beg for loyalty. They give loyalty where it's returned. They don't force connections. They choose peace. That's power. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than reality." Most people imagine losing someone will destroy them, so they stay in situations that are already destroying them. They imagine being alone will break them, so they stay around people who slowly break their spirit. But once you actually walk away, you feel something unexpected. Relief. silence, peace, clarity. No more overthinking every conversation. No more wondering where you stand. No more emotional confusion. Just calm. That calm is power. But here's what most people don't realize. When you stop chasing people, you become someone worth chasing. Not because you play games, because you value yourself. People sense self-respect. They feel it in your presence, your boundaries, your silence, and suddenly, the same people who ignored you start respecting you. Why? Because you removed emotional dependence. You showed you can leave. And nothing commands respect more than someone who can walk away without drama. Let's talk about silence. Silence after disrespect. Silence after manipulation. Silence after being undervalued. Not weak silence, controlled silence. Most people react emotionally. They argue, they defend, they explain, but powerful people observe first. Because reactions give others control over your emotions. Silence keeps control with you. Epictetus taught that if someone speaks badly of you, live in a way that proves them wrong. But there's something deeper here. You don't always need to prove anything. Sometimes you just need to remove access. Distance exposes truth faster than confrontation. When you step back, people reveal their real intentions. Some step forward, some disappear, some show their true nature. And once you see that, you stop forcing relationships that were never real. This is where everything changes, the moment you stop fearing loss. Because once you're not afraid to lose people, no one can control you emotionally. Manipulation stops working, guilt stops working, disrespect stops working. Why? Because they know you can leave, and people only push boundaries when they believe you won't. But here's what most people don't realize. Walking away isn't about them, it's about you, your peace, your standards, your mental clarity. It's about refusing to stay where you're not valued. You don't walk away to teach them a lesson. You walk away to protect your energy. And ironically, that's what teaches the lesson. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people can be selfish and difficult, not to become cold, but to stay prepared. Prepared minds don't get shocked by human behavior. They expect it. So when someone shows disrespect, you're not surprised. You simply decide, does this deserve my presence? If the answer is no, you leave. No drama, no revenge, no emotional speeches, just distance. Because walking away silently is one of the most powerful moves you can make. It shows self-control, it shows clarity, it shows strength, and strength commands respect. Here's another harsh truth. Some people only respect you when they realize they can lose you. Not when you're always there, not when you're always giving, not when you're always understanding. Only when your absence becomes real. That's when they start valuing your presence. This isn't manipulation, it's human psychology. People value what feels scarce, what feels strong, what feels independent, and nothing feels more independent than someone who can walk away without fear. But here's what most people don't realize. Walking away doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care about yourself too. You can be kind and still have boundaries. You can be loyal and still have standards. You can be compassionate and still choose distance. Stoicism isn't about becoming cold. It's about becoming clear. Clear about what you deserve. Clear about what you tolerate. Clear about who deserves access to you. And once you become clear, walking away becomes easier because you understand something most people never learn. Not every connection deserves your presence. Not every relationship deserves your energy. Not every person deserves your loyalty. You choose who stays. You choose who gets access. You choose what you tolerate. And those choices shape your life. Let this sink in. You cannot control how people treat you, but you can control what you accept. You cannot control their loyalty, but you can control your standards. You cannot control their respect, but you can control your self-respect. And once self-respect becomes your priority, walking away stops feeling scary. It starts feeling necessary. Necessary for peace, necessary for clarity, necessary for growth. Because every time you walk away from what disrespects you, you walk toward a stronger version of yourself, a calmer version, a more confident version, A more disciplined version: you stop reacting emotionally, you start acting intentionally, you stop chasing validation, you start building self-respect, you stop fearing loss, you start choosing peace. And that is real power. So remember this: power isn't forcing people to stay. Power is being okay if they leave. Power isn't controlling others. Power is controlling yourself. Power isn't loud, it's calm. It's the quiet confidence of someone who knows they can walk away from anything that disturbs their peace. If this shifted your perspective, subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic mindset videos that strengthen your mind and sharpen your emotional control. And watch the next video now, because once you truly master the art of walking away, no one can manipulate your emotions again.